Hey again, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Toronto Guy Cooks. It is season 2, the cultural appropriation appreciation season. That's what it is. Toronto Guy Cooks, the cultural appreciation season. Today, we're going to Italy, hence the big slab of butter. Today, we are going to be making baked Parmesan crusted chicken, and I'm gonna also on this Saturday, I probably will anyway. Also gonna make up a quick batch of penne with garlic and oil in order to put this on top of it. But the bottom line is, we're going to Italy. All right, we're gonna learn about Italy while we cook Italy. You're gonna learn from me everything you need to know about Italy based on what I know, based on what I've seen in movies and TVs and TV shows and whatever. All right, so now. First step, we need to melt about 3/4 cups of butter. So we need to melt it on medium heat. And while that's doing, we're going to make the crusty bits in a bowl. All right, so we're going to start with 1 cup of dry breadcrumbs. All right, and as we learn about, what can you say about Italy? For example, bottom line is, like, one thing I learned is that everybody who is born in Italy is born into the mafia somehow, man. And it's just crazy. I mean, the mafia used to own Las Vegas, man. They were just like all over the fucking place. But let's continue. Now we got, this is 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped basil. You can use the dry stuff. If you use any of the dry, I'm using 3 different fresh herbs for this. If you want to use dry, just use a little less. But if I can go fresh, I go fresh if I can help it. I want the butter to melt down and start bubbling. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped oregano. You know, you can't have Italian cooking without oregano. I mean, going back to Italy, Italy, like if you want to find, you know, boxing, right? The greatest boxers in the world are like black and Spanish and stuff, but if you want to find a good white boxer, man, you got to go to Italy. Find that boxer from Italy who will like start from the amateurs, work his way up to becoming like a title shot, probably lose and then, but win the rematch. But Italy, man, all those Italians and paisanos. All right, so we're also going to add 2 cloves of chopped garlic. I used 3, but used 2, always to taste, but I used 3, so I don't know why I said 2. All right, now, and finally, we got about half a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. We're gonna mix this all up. All right, the butter is still melting. What we want is it to melt. We want it to start bubbling, and then we're gonna take it off the heat, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do here. All right, so let's mix all this up. All right, yeah, Italy, baby. I mean, I've never been to Italy, but you know, I mean, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa and shit. Like, you know the story about the Leaning Tower of Pisa based on what I've heard? Like, what I heard is that, like this Italian dude was like, I want to build a tower that leans all fucked up and will be something like, you know, people will be like, damn, I gotta go see that place and get a selfie. And like, you know, back before selfies were even a thing. So they built this Leaning Tower of Pisa, right? Well, it wasn't leaning, it was actually just this, it was actually originally called the Straight Tower of Pisa. And homosexuals weren't allowed in, right? And then all of a sudden, like, there was an earthquake in Italy, and it tipped the Pisa Tower over, and then it became the Leaning Tower. And then shortly after that, they started inviting non-straight people, because now it's like people who lean all ways are allowed into the Leaning Tower of Pisa. All right, so it's bubbling. That's good. That's what we want on medium heat. Very good. This is regular butter, it's not salted. You can use salted, I guess. Let's leave it from the heat. This is all nicely mixed. Oh yeah. Cultural appropriation, isn't it awesome? What else about Italy? I mean Italy, man, you know, like Italy, they have women there, you know, Italian women. They have Italian men too. But I mean, like, they make spaghetti in Italy, and they speak Italian, and they say paisan a lot. And I'll tell you one thing, man, like, when Rocky came out, like, that just, like, the Italians, especially the dudes, were like, damn, this is the greatest movie ever. Finally something that represents me and tells everybody I can kick everybody's ass because I'm Italian. All right, so there we go. That's all nice and mixed. Give it another shake. Oh, it's smelling awesome. I'm telling you, man. Gotta love Italy. I officially declare myself Italian today, since I officially declare myself cultural fluid. So I feel I'm whatever I want to be. So here we go. Now we're going to get the Here's the baking tray ready. By the way, oven is preheating at 350 Fahrenheit. It's 180 Celsius. All right, this is going to be a quick episode because this is extremely simple to make. All right, so we're going to dip our chicken boobs. We got 2 big chicken tits. They're like gone to almost room temperature because baking, you don't want it cold inside and like warm on the outside because then it won't fucking cook properly all the way through when you bake it. So let's dip it in the lovely melted butter. I'm probably gonna burn my fucking hands, idiot. Use a fork, shit. This is melted, just recently melted fucking oil, basically. Yeah, look at it. We're gonna coat it in all that lovely melted butter. Everybody seeing that? Let me look in the camera. Yes, everybody's fine. Coat it, just drench it in this shit because Italians like to drench chicken in melted butter. That's another thing I learned during my travels to Italy via the internet. So there we go. Now we're gonna dip it into our powder or our crusty powder. Let's just get it all in there. Yeah, man. Just be like, hey, man. Don't take no shit from anybody. There we go. Soak it all up, baby. Get in there. You know what? Let's put the other chicken piece in there too. Let's have them joining together because, you know, these chicken tits probably came from the same chicken. So why not, like, you know, drench them together? Because that's what the Italians do, man. When they like cook chickens and eat chickens and kill chickens, they always make sure that it's the same, that if they make a chicken breast, they use the same boobs, chicken tits from the same chicken because it's like tradition in Italy. So I heard, based on me just fucking saying it right now. Anyway, that you can't have cultural appropriation without being cultural appropriation-y. All right, so there we go. That's dipped nicely in the butter. Let's throw this in here. All right. Put it in. Oh, it smells amazing. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of coating left, but damn it, why not? Probably just going to sprinkle the rest all over the chicken, all right? So there we go. That's looking good. Looking good. That's good. All right. Probably needs more egg in there, but we'll just sprinkle it over. All right, so now let's, didn't spray let's spray. There we go. Italy, baby. Italy. What else about Italy? I don't know. They have mafia. And, well, anyway, they say that pasta was not actually invented in Italy. It was invented in China. And then, which is ironic because the last episode, if I decide to air them in this order, the last episode you just watched of Toronto Guy Cooks Season 2, the Cultural Appropriation Appreciation Season, was of Chinese food. So isn't that ironic that now I'm doing Italy, which basically, what happened was like in the Italy-China War of 1648, like Italy was like, all right, we'll end the war on the condition that you let us say that we invented pasta, and China was right, fine. They were like, fine, but obviously the truth came out eventually. So that's good. Oh, look at this. Now we're gonna put our chicken titties on our baking sheet. This is lovely. All right. Shall we sprinkle some of this goodies all over this shit? Yeah, let's sprinkle some of it on it. You know what, I may even drizzle some olive oil to get some moisture all over the stuff. Let's rub it in. Looking good. Oh, it smells amazing. I tell you, man, cooking for real from the ground up instead of buying pre-packaged, pre-done shit, even if it's, whether it's like a jar of sauce or like this kind of stuff, it's so much, it's so satisfying. And accomplishment feels like like you accomplished a lot when you actually do it the right way. Damn, I could have had more chicken. Maybe I can use this to make maybe crusted potatoes, baked oven roasted potatoes. I'll keep this shit, you know? Don't waste food, everybody. The butter, maybe I should just drizzle some of the butter on there instead of the olive oil. No, let's just stick with olive oil because olive oil, Italians use olive oil, you know? They're Italian, so why not? You know? Just because they're Italian doesn't mean they can't use olive oil. I mean, shit. So there we go, let's drizzle. There we go, just do that shit. Now we're gonna bake it for 50 to 55 minutes in the oven. Obviously, we're not gonna show that. And I think I am gonna make the pasta, the pasta with garlic and oil, which I did make before. So let's cut to wherever I decide to continue from. But before we continue, I just realized I forgot the fresh grated Parmesan cheese. I'm just so damned excited. You see, I was supposed to mix this in with this. But unfortunately, I'm just too damn excited because everything was smelling awesome. And I've got all this ambition and I'm still on holiday. So we're just going to sprinkle it over the top. There we go. I mean, it's not mixed with the breadcrumbs, but yeah, so unfortunately, we forgot. So let's put the rest in here and mix it on up. All right. So yeah, unfortunately, I forgot to do that. But what are you going to do? Oh, it smells even more amazing, man. Damn it. Too bad I forgot, but it's still going to be awesome. So there we go. Let's say that. That's fine. Maybe a little more olive oil since we put the cheese on. There we go. Just a little drizzle and little shit all over the place. Yeah, it's going to look awesome. And it's going to taste even awesomer. Now we will cut. I'm going to put this in the oven. Let me put it in the oven. All right. Preheated. There we go. Big blast of heat just punched me in the face. So 50 to 55 minutes. And we'll be back should I decide to show everybody the pasta with garlic and oil. Even though I've already made it. There's already a video on it. So we'll see where I decide to continue from right now. All right, so we're back. There's 1 minute left in the baking of the chicken. Now, as you can see, I decided to just go with the penne. I just made it anyway. Making the pasta. We're making penne with garlic and oil. I didn't show you how to. I already made a video of how to make the spaghetti with garlic and oil. I'll leave a link in the description, so there's no reason to go through that shit again. Anyway, the pasta's almost done, so we're gonna drain it. One thing I like to mention to everybody when it comes to pasta, this is something I just learned recently, is that when you're making pasta, boil the water on its own. Do not add salt until the water is boiled, because if you add the salt beforehand in the water, it's going to take longer for the water to start boiling. So wait for just do the water, let it boil, add the salt, add the pasta. So there we go. There's our penne looking good. There we go. Thank you. That's off and that's off. That's off. Everything's off. Everything off. There we go. Give the garlic, oil, and crushed chili peppers one last little stir. Let's drain the penne. All right, so there's our penne cooked. Don't worry, we're gonna take the chicken out. Let's give one last little stir to the garlic and oil and crushed peppers. Right on. Put it in there. Yeah, baby. It's a lot of olive oil, but I've made this before. As I said, link in the description. And it is amazing how something so simple, like pasta with garlic and oil, can taste so freaking good. All right, so to that, don't worry, we're gonna take our chicken out in a second. To that, we're gonna add fresh chopped parsley. That's about 2 tablespoons. And it's not just parsley, it's Italian parsley, because this is, after all, cultural appropriation appreciation season here on Toronto Guy Cooks Season 2. We're gonna add some salt and pepper to taste, obviously. About 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm not using fresh lemon because I didn't see the point in going out and buying like fresh lemons just to get 2 tablespoons of lemon juice when I have this still left in the fridge. So we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons or to taste. There we go. That's good. There we go. That's good. And we're gonna mix it up for a second. Okay, just bear with me, everybody. Oh, it smells amazing, man. And I haven't even taken the chicken out. I will say this, while the chicken has been baking, it's been smelling fucking amazing in here. Forgive my language. Stop swearing. That should be a New Year's resolution for Toronto guys, to not swear so friggin' much. Bloody hell, it's so unattractive. All right, so we're not done with this. Now we're gonna add some freshly grated Parmesan cheese to our penne with garlic and oil. Give it a mix. Oh, look at it looking awesome. Just because it is, all right. Anyway, Italy, man, I was looking up some Italy stuff during the baking time, and did you know that over in Italy, apparently, like high-rise buildings and stuff, some of them don't have like floor 17, because the number 17 in Roman numerals over in Italy, if you rearrange the numbers, they say something else that equals death. So apparently the number 17 is, as far as Roman numerals in buildings, like high-rises and condos, is not very cool over there. Reminds me of what it used to be like back here, like over here in the old days when I was a kid. You would never see, or at least I never saw, I don't remember ever seeing a building, an apartment building, or any kind of building with a 13th floor. They always skipped them. Like my dad and stepmother, like they used to live in an apartment building on the 12th floor, and there was only one more floor above them. But it wasn't the 13th floor. It went from 12 to 14. They skipped 13 because I guess, superstition. So Italy's superstitious as well. So this is looking good. Oh, I want to make out with myself. All right, so our pasta's ready. Now we're going to check on our chicken. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Let's get our chickie. Here, chicken. Oh, punch me in the face with awesomeness. There's our chicken. Ooh, baby. Well, there it is. I mean, obviously the color, the lighting's not good to see the coloring. It looks great. Ah, smells lovely. I do wish I put the Parmesan in with the powder and stuff instead of having to put it on top. But that's what you get when you forget. But at least I didn't skip it and say, oh, just go back and do whatever, everybody. I like made a mistake and I like owned up to it. Now we're gonna cut the chicken. All right, we're only gonna use one. So let's move this out of the way. Oh my God, using bare hands to touch this. Holy shit. And it really was hot, but not hot enough to burn my skin off. All right. Now we're gonna make it presentable. Let's cut it up. Well, first of all, let's see if it's all cooked all the way through. It should be. And it is. Lovely. Oh, yeah, baby. Good old white meat. All right, let's cut some more. Oh, it's crusty. It's just gonna fuck up the crust, man. Maybe I should just leave it on. Oh man, I wanna cut it up and make it presentable. So let's cut it up. All right, so it is cooked all the way through. Unfortunately, since I added the Parmesan at the end, like the crusty coating, if you want to cut it and make it presentable, it does come apart. So just be very careful. Give me a plate. Let's mix it up a little more. All right, let's put it in the middle of our lovely presentation. All right, looking good. Penne with garlic and oil. There we go, as our bed of awesomeness is gonna lay down there. And now we wanna add our chicken to make it look pretty, as I said. Unfortunately, because I didn't add the Parmesan with the powder and I forgot, and I had to add it at the end. So the baked shit, ow, it's hot. The baked shit is like coming off. So what are you gonna do, see? But at least it's gonna still oh, it smells fucking awesome. Let's make it presentable. This piece is not cooperating, so let's eat it and get it the fuck out of here. Oh my God, that's fucking good. Stop swearing. Oh, the thyme, the fresh thyme mixed with everything. Oh, chicken's cooked perfectly. So there we go. Now, as I said, it doesn't look perfect because I fucked up with the Parmesan, but let me add why not? Because why not? Where's my Parmesan? Okay, here's my Parmesan. Let's grate some fresh cheese on top. Just let it land. All right. There we go. You know, try to cover up the fact that, you know, I kind of fucked up by forgetting the Parmesan. So, you know, little tricks to cover it up. You know, the bottom line, it's still going to come out the same way in the end. A poo joke. That's right. I just give you a poo joke on a cooking show. All right. So how's that looking? Here we go. You know what? Let me still have a little some pieces of fresh Italian parsley. Let's crunch them up. Let's just let them fall wherever they want to fall. There we go. And there. And there. There we go. Yeah, you're not going to fall wherever you want to fall. Just wherever you want to fall, you know, to make it presentable. So here we go. Baked Parmesan crusted chicken on a bed of amazing penne pasta with garlic and oil. Oh. So I'm gonna go take it. Oh, it's punching me in. Oh, Italians, baby. Because I do identify as Italian today. We are awesome, and this is it. So let me take a picture and insert it right here. And that's that. There you see it. Oh, it smells awesome in here. Let me take another piece of the chicken, damn it. Oh, it still tastes good, even though I forgot to add the Parmesan when it was supposed to be added, but it still tastes good. So this has been another episode of Toronto Guy Cooks. This is the cultural appreciation season. Thank you very much to Italy and their fast cars and their Formula One and their women and their food and all the paisanos and the paisanas. So Italy, you know, go Italy. You know, they do stuff. So, oh, this chicken is good. Let me swallow it. Oh, it tastes awesome. So there we go. Patreon.com/TorontoGuy for my podcasting rants. Don't have to give me money, it's all free. So there we go. And let me just stop saying there we go, and there we go. Have an awesome day. This has been Toronto Guy Cooks Season 2, the Cultural Appropriation Appreciation Season. And come back next time. Lovely.